Ba-dee-doo-dee. Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. It's been a few weeks, but we're here Sunday afternoon live stream with Dr. Selfridge. Hello, everybody. We already have a few people here, which is awesome. So it has been a few weeks. I missed you all, and I'm looking forward to some more folks joining us here for another live stream. Let's say hi to some people. Matthew is here. Hi, Matthew. How are you? Guys, let me know if the sound is okay. I have my jazz going in the background. We have Matthew here, and of course we have Mike. Hello, Mike. How are you, buddy? I know it's been a couple of weeks, everybody, but of course we had Easter Sunday in there, and we had some other things going on, which I can talk about. It's been keeping me busy. Mike says he's eaten loads of chocolate eggs. Yes, I didn't go too crazy with the chocolate, with the candy on Easter. Although my neighbor, I have really nice neighbors. One particular set of really nice neighbors who every major holiday, they go around our little neighborhood and bring these baked goods. So we had some great cookies on Christmas, and then on Easter they knocked on the door. Actually, it was the day before Easter. Knock on the door, and we had the little beautiful box of homemade chocolate eggs, which were really, I mean, they were like seen professionally, made by professionals, but they were, homemade chocolates. We had coconut filling with chocolate covering, and a peanut butter eggs with chocolate covering. And what was the third one? Sort of like buttercream. That's it. Okay, let's say hello to some more people. So Mike, I remember last time we were on, you had requested Beatrice I'm pretty sure you asked for this the last time we were on. I didn't get to it. So I will definitely get to that. I've been practicing a lot of tenor sax lately because I have, hey, Chase. Hello, Chase. Welcome to the live stream. Guys, Chase is one of my students at school, and so clearly can't get enough of seeing me every day at school. So I'm glad you're on my live stream. George is here. Hi, George. And Mike says the sound is great. Thanks, Mike. Mia Ann is here. Hi, Mia. Good to see you again. Jacqueline is here. Hi, Jacqueline. Happy Sunday to you. Lovely day, right, here in the Philadelphia area. And so, Mike, yes, tenor sax. I'm going to play tenor sax in a minute. I've been practicing a lot of tenor sax because I've had a couple of musical gigs recently, and I've got one tomorrow. What's today? Sunday. I've got one tomorrow night where I'm going to be playing about 4 hours of jazz standards with a friend of mine on piano. So I got to kind of prepare for that. Let's see here. So this looks like a new face here on our live stream. So welcome to the show. If you are new, I don't recognize this username, but Aural Archipelago. Archipelago? I've heard that word before, but I don't know if I'm saying it right. So Aural says, I'm an adult learning clarinet. I've really appreciated your videos so far. What kind of progress would you expect from a student studying clarinet for a month, for a year? Thanks. Okay. So, hello, Leonardo. No worries. We're just getting started. So to answer your question, Aural, basically, I would say you've been practicing for a month, or you're asking me what I would expect. So to give a basic overall answer, it really varies by a lot of factors. How much you're practicing is the number one factor. And depending on your, I've noticed some students at a very young age, they progress. I'm talking about little kids now. They progress maybe at a slower rate because they don't have their full, hand-to-eye coordination going yet, and sort of the conceptual ideas of music maybe take some time to sink in. For an adult, I would say, if you're practicing on a regular basis, maybe after the first month, you can make a pretty steady sound on the instrument. Hopefully you're learning a few of the notes. It's really hard to say a standard expectation for progress because it really varies by the person. Maybe all of us have different levels of aptitude for music. Almost any level of aptitude can it doesn't matter. Someone can get good at music if they practice enough. But it is true that having a certain level of aptitude, or some people might call it talent, that does help. Some people just seem to kind of get into it a little bit easier than others. But really, the main answer is how much you're practicing. So I don't know. Why don't you tell me what your goals are, or what your current progress is, and maybe I can help you get to the next level. So, all right. So we have some requests coming in. I'm going to start with Mike's request because he gave this request last time. So there's a really nice, really beautiful jazz song. You could call it a standard. It's a standard in sort of jazz circles. I would say the average listener, the average listener who's not a jazz musician might not know this song, or the average listener who's not a jazz fan would probably not know this song, but it's well known among jazz musicians. So I'm going to look it up here. I have not played this one in a while. I can hear the melody. I just got to remember what the notes are. I think it starts on a D or concert C. Let's see if I am able to find something here. Let me see if I can. If I listen to it, I can probably pick it up pretty quick because I've played it before. So this is the song that I'm trying to find like the original version. Let's go to this live version. This is like his famous live album he did. Let's check it out. Okay, this is the tune. Here's the. Okay. Let's see if I can get. There I am. That's the opening phrase. All right. I think I pretty much have it. I'm just missing a couple notes here. Let's see how I do. What's he doing there? Sorry, got to figure this out. Yeah, so I've got that part. I got to figure out the. Let's see if I can get this. The second phrase I'm not quite getting. Here's the first phrase. Then. Da, 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 da. Something like that. Anyway, that's basically it. So, Mike, that is a very cool request. Thank you for that. I saw another jazzy request here. Let's see. bring on more of the comments and questions. Here we go. Leonardo says hello. There we go. Let's answer a question or two. Leonardo says, I got a 90% in my test last week for my keyboard class. Cool. Congratulations. That's awesome. So Leonardo, are you taking keyboard class? Like, is that part of a school curriculum, or are you taking lessons? I'm just curious if you could let me know a little bit more about that. Mia, I got my first clarinet a couple weeks. I do see this jazz request back here. I'm going to go back to it. Was it Fly Me to the Moon? Or did that go away? Did that request go away? Maybe it did. I got my first clarinet a couple weeks ago. I'm a beginner. Oh, okay. So for beginner clarinet, I would say probably 2.5. But as sooner rather than later, you want to try to get up to a 3. You definitely don't want to. I don't recommend a number 2 reed. Those are a little too. They don't provide enough resistance. So we know the number of the reeds. The lower the number of the reed, we would call it maybe a softer reed. It has to do with the density of the cane. So softer reeds don't give you a whole lot of resistance, so it's easier to get a sound out. But then when you're trying to play with a better tone and with higher notes, a softer reed can't really support it that well, and so you get kind of a flabby sound that's not so focused. So anyway, I'd say 2.5, and then as you're going, try to get up to a 3 within the first year. Okay. Chase has a question. How can I get better at the higher register, especially with my ABCs above the staff? Whoa. So you mean like for horn, A and B and C above the staff? That's pretty high. Now, Chase, you, I'm sure a lot of this that I'm going to say, you've heard from your teachers, your private teachers, because I know you take lessons. The same advice I give for all brass players is, let me think. There's I'd say 3 main things. There's increasing the firmness of your embouchure muscles. My one friend who's a really good, actually Mr. Walton, who has done some videos on my channel, really excellent trumpet player, describes it as like when you make a fist and then you sort of tighten your fist. It's that kind of feeling in your embouchure muscles, right? Sort of a loose fist and then stronger, So it's the corners, the lips here. So there's that. There's the airspeed. A lot of brass players talk about really sending a really fast stream of air to get higher notes. And then the one thing that I think is a huge factor that maybe students don't always think about is what we call the voicing. It's the inside of your mouth. So where's my trumpet? Because someone requested a trumpet on here. I think Leonardo requested trumpet. I don't play a whole lot of trumpet, as you guys know, but I like to play around on trumpet. So wait, Mike says you're not hearing the tune I was playing. Was my backing track not coming through? Huh. Mike, did you... Anyway. Mike, if you could say a little bit more about that. Did you not hear the backing track I was using? Anyway. Because if so, there might be something wrong with my whole sound system here. I could hear it in here. So, yeah, so Chase. So high notes, I always go, from French horn that your overtones are very, your partials are very close together compared to a trumpet. So you work on your lip slurs, right? Yeah, Mike says only my sax playing. So folks out there, did anyone else hear my backing track, or was it just not there when I was playing the sax before? I'll do a little sound experiment in a minute. Okay, so Chase, I would say working on your overtones, your lip slurs, and then as you get higher, you really feel how your tongue goes more of an ah to an e. I just think of it like your tongue is making sort of like a water slide or a sliding board for the air. like that. Okay, just going back and forth and seeing how high you can go. All right. So Leonardo, speaking of trumpet, let's go right into a B major scale. Okay, so everyone at home, a B major scale is how many sharps? Check this out. I have my key signature flashcards here, which are very useful. So they're little flashcards that have every single key signature possible. Here's my overhead camera. Is this going to work? There we go. So here's G flat. They're not in any particular order right now. There's F sharp, C. Oh, here we go. I see B. All right, B major. So B major, there's a treble clef and a bass clef. So for trumpet, this is what we'd be looking at, and you look at your sharps. You'd be looking at the treble clef, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp. Okay. So let's go back and let's play that on the trumpet. Whenever you do a scale, you have to know which notes in the key signature are sharped, but you play the scale in alphabetical order. B, so every major scale has to have every letter of the alphabet. B, so if we're doing a B major scale, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B at the top. We went in alphabetical order, musical alphabet, right? But then we have to remember from our key signature, which I will show you right here again. From our key signature, we have B, just normal B, and then C, we have to play C sharp because there's a C sharp up here. B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B. Okay? There's 5 sharps, which means 5 out of the 7 notes in the scale are going to be sharped. Okay, so we go B, middle valve. Let me move this out here. Let me hear it in the right key here. Yeah. I was trying to go for a keyboard to give myself a reference pitch, but I don't have one. And then C sharp is all 3 on the trumpet. D sharp 2 and 3. E 1 and 2. F sharp 2. G sharp 2 and 3. A sharp, which is the same as B flat, that's 1. And then back to a high B, which is middle. So I'll do quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go down. Warm up. There's your B major scale. 5 sharps. So even if you don't play trumpet, all the rules for the major scales are the same. So B major scale is the same sharps no matter what instrument you're playing. Of course, we have to transpose if we're going to play them at the same time. But let's continue on. Leonardo. Hey, here's an experiment. Guys, can you hear that? Can you hear the jazz? I can hear it. Should be going through the... Yeah, okay. Anyway, let me know if you could hear that jazz. That's my test of my sound system. Leonardo. Back here. I've taken trumpet lessons for fall semester. Hopefully I should get better professional trumpet. Oh, nice. Excellent. You're keeping busy, Leonardo, with the music. I would like to be in jazz band with other musicians. Yeah, that would be great. Jazz band is fun. How about that? That's so weird. You guys can't hear the... Why would that be? Why would that be? Huh. It's all going in here. Huh. Anyway, that's weird, you guys. Well, sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, technical difficulties. At least you can hear me. That would be bad if you couldn't hear me. Jacqueline. Okay. Jacqueline, where do you get... I'm sorry, I was reacting to something else that I read. Jacqueline, where do you get the scale cards? I got these from... there is just a PDF that I found online of all the major key signatures. Actually, I think there's another page of all the minor ones too. And what I did was I printed it out onto a nice higher quality cardstock, and then I just cut them out like what are they called? Flashcards. And that's it. It's just a PDF. If I get a chance, maybe I'll put it up on my website if you would like a copy of that PDF. Jacqueline, clarinet and trumpet are the same. Yes, clarinet and trumpet are in the same key, B flat. So that means B flat instruments, if you guys remember the guidelines here, the name of the instrument, like a B flat trumpet, a B flat clarinet, an E flat alto sax, an F, a French horn in F. What else? There's other examples. The name of the instrument is the note that comes out when the person playing the instrument thinks they're playing a C. So if I'm playing my clarinet, and in my mind, I'm playing the note C on clarinet, what actually comes out is a B flat. If you match that to a piano, that's a B flat. But on a clarinet, in the clarinet player's mind, that's a C. That's why it's called a clarinet in B flat. Same thing for alto sax in E flat. And then a flute is a C instrument, which just means when a flute player plays a C, it's actually a C. That would match on a piano, C. Okay. Mia, Blackbird from the Beatles on flute. Sure. Although I'm kind of baffled why the sound is not coming through. I'm kind of bummed why the sound is not coming through. It's all going through my sound system here. But yeah, I'll just play it, even though I won't have any lovely backing music. Let's go to YouTube. Blackbird Beatles. Sheet music. That's what I usually do. I search for that. Maybe I'll do play along. Okay, so let me show you what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at. Here's me in the corner. That's me in the corner. Okay, so on flute, right. Okay, so I'll use the C. Speaking of different keys. All right, here's a play along track. Sheet music. Now in my ears, I can hear that backing music, but you guys can't hear that? It's crazy. But here, I'm just going to play along. So even if you can't hear the backing track, at least you can hear what I'm playing on flute. Here we go. One, two, three. Okay. Oops. Turn this down. So, okay, here's another experimental question. By the way, it sounded so nice with the backing track, but you guys can't hear it. Can you hear? All right, I'm going to start to mess. We're going to do a little experiment here. I'm going to mess with some things on my soundboard here. Do you hear, hello, hello, do you hear any echo on my voice right here? Hello, hello, do you hear an echo? Because that's kind of testing my soundboard. I have this little setting I can make that I can put some echo on my voice or my instrument. But let me know if you heard that. Do you hear any echo on my voice? All right, so let's go to another question. Joelee says it sounded good. Ah, okay, so you guys can hear the echo. I am so kind of, oh, wait. Hold on. How about this? You guys ready for this? Do you hear that? I found a button that I clicked. That might have solved the problem. Tell me if you hear that music. Okay. Leonardo, what happens when you don't get the right notes on the trumpet? I don't know if that answer would be any different than any other instrument. Yay, it worked. Yay, cool. Thank you, guys. It was just this little button I had to click. So, basically what happens when you don't get the right notes? I mean, the wrong note comes out, and it just doesn't sound as good as it could sound, or I should say, it doesn't sound the way it was intended to sound by whoever wrote the music. So that's what happens. And then you go home, you go practice, and you try to get it right the next time. So Leonardo is asking for November Rain by Guns N' Roses on the flute. I wonder if that's even in here. November Rain sheet music. Let's try it. That's an old jam classic. Here we go. I found it, believe it or not. Let's see what the track sounds like. Huh. Okay. This does not sound familiar to me. This is the whole introduction. Skip ahead. Oh yeah. Here we go. That's not right. That's not the melody part of it. That's the right note to end on. Play a little bit more here. So this is quite a long song. So That was fun though. That song was a real jam when it came out back in the somewhere in the 90s. That was a great request. Thank you, Leonardo. Mike says, I haven't played either my alto and tenor in a while. What would you suggest that I do to get back on the horse as a figure of speech? You know what? The best thing to do if you haven't played in a while is, pick one you want to start playing. Get out your reeds. Try out a couple reeds. Find out which one's working well for you. Two things. I'd say play some long tones or like some slow scales to kind of get yourself warmed up, and then dive right into something that you enjoy playing. I think the number one thing for, we always tell people or students, we always tell our students, you got to practice, right? Set up a regular practicing schedule. Practicing is hard to stick to if you don't have the right motivation, if you don't have intrinsic motivation. So the best way to get motivation is to have a song that you have a strong desire to play and learn. That's great motivation. Or maybe like a concert's coming up, that's good motivation because you want to sound your best. Or maybe maybe you have a lesson with your teacher coming up and you want to sound good for your teacher. Or there's a song you want to learn to play for a friend or a family member. That's all good motivations. Or maybe you just really have, you really admire a particular professional player on your instrument and you want to just sound better like them. That's a good motivation. So pick out a song you want to play and just kind of get back on the horse, as you said. Okay. George. Blue and Sentimental Clarinet Solo. That's kind of funny because we are working on this song I have two jazz bands at the school, my high school. We have two jazz bands. We have one called Jazz Lab Band and one jazz band, which is the jazz band that goes out to more of the festivals and competitions. Let me try to find it. We're actually playing Blue and Sentimental in our Jazz Lab Band. Blue and Sentimental Clarinet Solo. Let's see what happens here. I've actually never played this clarinet solo. Transcription. Here we go. Is this Blue and Sentimental? Oh no, Blue's to be there. Blue and Sentimental. Now here's the alto sax. I'm looking on YouTube, by the way. So I'll show you what I'm looking at. Here. I'm just kind of scrolling through looking for the right things. Like here is a tenor sax. Oh, transcription of the... Okay, here we go. So this is the essentially Ellington Festival. Oh, there we go. Never played this before. Woo, okay. All right, let me get a little warmed up here. I've never played this before. Let's see here. Read. Let's see. I'm going to play along with this very talented person here. I got to set my laptop so I can read it. All right, here we go. Give it my best shot. Okay. I did my best. Very nice. Now, I'm curious to my friend who requested that, George. Was that... I got to go back and listen to Count Basie version. Was the student there on that, the performer on that video, was he improvising that, or was that based off of the original transcribed solo? I'm not sure. Let's see. Lave. Zavolian. Lave. Is that how you say it? I learned how to say that name recently. Lave from the start on the instrument of your choice. Okay, let me come back to that. Let me see what other requests we have. Lava. Peppa Pig. All right, Lava. Yes, I will do Peppa Pig. You just hang on, okay? Let me do this Lave song. From the start. Let me check it out. Is this a tricky song? From the start. Let's check it out. Ooh. Bossa Nova guitar.
Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you and awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. Oh, the burning pain, listening to you heart pump out some new soulmate. She's so perfect, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Ba, 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 ba. I'm just going to do it on flute because I've got a flute handy here. So, ba, da, da. What key are we in? Okay, we are in D flat major or C sharp major, whichever you prefer. Ba, 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 da. So when I'm figuring out songs by ear, if I don't have sheet music handy, I use my solfege. This is do, da, da, sol, do, da, do, 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 do. No. Mi, do. Whoa. I got it. Da, 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 da. Mi. All right, let's see how we do here. That's sort of the basic idea.
Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you and awkward silence. Don't you dare.
That's an octave.
Look at me that way.
Okay. I got a lot of echo to make myself sound a little better.
I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same.
Okay.
I don't need reminders of how you don't feel this way. Oh, the
Okay.
look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same.
Okay.
Oh, the burning pain, listening to you heart pump out some new soulmate. She's so perfect, blah, blah, blah. Oh, how I wish you'll wake up one day. Run to me, confess your love, at least just let me say that when I talk to you, oh, Cupid walks right through and shoots on the...
Okay, there's a second part to this. There's like two sort of verses and then the next part. So I'll just stop there because just to keep moving along here. But here's that basic. I'll get to Peppa Pig next. That's the basic first part of the melody. Very catchy song. I mean, I should, I don't know, I could maybe do a cover of that or a tutorial. That's a fun song. Let's get to Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. Lava. Lava. Hopefully you're still here, Lava. It looks like you're maybe a new person here on the live stream, so thank you for being here. I hope you come back and stay and come back. Let's do Peppa Pig. What instrument? Oh, clarinet. I see that. Peppa Pig on clarinet. Peppa Pig, clarinet. I'm just going to go right and see if the sheet music is here. How to play Peppa Pig on clarinet. Peppa Pig clarinet tutorial. Oh my gosh, there's a couple of kids that have done.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Today I'll be showing you how to play the Peppa Pig theme song. So here are the notes.
Okay.
A.
D.
A. A.
Oh.
C sharp or D flat. E. G.
This is a good tutorial.
F sharp. D. And now when you put it together,
Let's
it
see.
should sound like this.
Oh. I know this now. Yay, good job. Beep, ba, 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 ba. I've heard people playing this. Ah. There we go. Yeah, that was a great little tutorial. Let me show it to you again. Lava. Lava VR. A, G, wait, A, E, no, A, F sharp. I got it. A, F sharp, D, E, A, C sharp, E, G, F sharp, D. Pretty, short and sweet. Nice. Cool. Let's keep on rock and rolling here. Let's see how we're doing on time. Oh, we're good. We're good. So please keep the requests and the questions and the conversation coming. It's always keeps things interesting. Let's see. Peppa Pig is done. George says that was so great. Thanks, George. I don't know I think you were probably talking about the clarinet solo. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? Good to see you here. Rhapsody in Blue on clarinet. Ooh, it's a great song. I feel like I don't do it justice when I try to play it, but here's basically the idea. I haven't played this in about a month or so or longer. Go a little bit higher up so you guys can see me. My finger's a little better. All right. I actually don't know the rest of it. Ba-da-da-da. Something like that. Yeah. So, that's the basic idea. Don't Stop Believin' on flute. That's a good request. Bohemian Rhapsody. So I see Bohemian Rhapsody on trumpet. I'm going to opt, Leonardo, for this request. Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. Doom, ba-doo-doom. So if you're watching, everyone, why don't you go ahead and tell me, I don't know, let me know what instrument, especially if you're new to the stream, let me know what instrument you play or maybe something you're working on, something I can give you some advice on, a music question, a music theory question. Meanwhile, I'm going to look up Don't Stop Believin'. Play along. Sheet music. See what I get. Boom, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Okay, so here it is. C instrument play along. Ooh! That was loud. I'm gonna take this up. Taking it up an octave. I'm gonna play some more. This is fun. Okay. Nice. Okay. Good request. Good request overall today, everybody. Let's see some more comments and questions. Leonardo. Yes. Peppa Pig. I've only seen little bits and pieces of that show. I haven't really watched a Peppa Pig episode. Cool. Mike says my CD collection is up to 3,780. That's quite a few CDs. So when I first started getting serious about music and listening to music, I was in high school, 8th, 9th, 10th, high school. And it was pretty much right at the heart of the CD era. And so I would say, boy, I don't think I don't have that many CDs. I probably have maybe close to 1,000, but the shame is I don't really listen to them anymore because everything's digital now. It's like so hard to listen to the music on my CDs. I love, digital, I mean like streaming. That's what I meant. I love the convenience of just being able to say, oh, Alexa, I don't want to say it too loud because I don't want to wake up my my device. You say, oh, device, play for me Duke Ellington, play for me Charlie Parker, play for me Stevie Wonder, and it just plays. But what you lose is, like, in my CD collection, I had, like, for Duke Ellington or Count Basie or Charlie Parker or Sonny Rollins, I had all, like, these, their standard stuff, but I also had all, like, these live albums, like, so the more obscure stuff you can't always get as easily. Anyway, and your backing tracks. Oh, my backing tracks count as one of the albums. That's great. Backyardigans, Jacqueline likes is giving a shout out to the Backyardigans. They have good music, Backyardigans. George wants the Samba Cantina. Okay, I'm going to get to that request. I see a question that I want to answer. Thank you, Leonardo. Appreciate that. Jonathan is asking, how would I explain to a student where we get the names of chords? So you're referring to things like major, minor, augmented, diminished, things like that. The quality, so the names of the chords. Yeah, because I assume you don't mean like C, D, E, so you're referring to major, minor, diminished, dominant chord. So the main categories of chord qualities, I'm trying to think how I would explain it. They mainly get their names from how we name intervals. So if you study music theory and you learn about the different intervals of a major scale, like C to D is a major second, C to E is a major third, C to F is a perfect fourth, C to G is a perfect fifth, major sixth, major seventh. So, and Jonathan, you chime in if I'm on the right track or the wrong track here, but this is what I'm thinking about. So a major chord, the major part is referring to the third, because the minor chord has a minor third. C, E, G is major, major third. C, E flat, G, C to E flat is a minor third. So that'd be major chord, minor chord, if that makes sense. Short, quick answer to explain to your student, to a student, I might say they derive their names from the way we name intervals of a scale. Augmented chord is when you have a major triad with a major chord with an augmented fifth. So that's why we call it an augmented chord. And I think that's a pretty good explanation, at least at the basic level. Leonardo, Bear in a Big Blue House. Is that a different show? I think I've heard that before. What is a good Count Basie album? Great question, Mike. Oh, and I'm going to get back to George's request. Okay, Samba Cantina. But a good Count Basie album. So many. I mean, like one of the just, maybe the most well-known one that people know, like a lot of the classic stuff, is their studio album they did called the Atomic Basie. And that's got what's that? That's got Lil Darlin on it. That's got the Atomic Mr. Basie. This album, this one right here. It's got Flight of the Foo Birds, Splanky, Lil Darlin, Midnight Blue, great solo feature for the lead alto. What's his name? Oh my gosh, I can't believe here it is. I'll find it down here. Marshall Royal, beautiful lead alto player. Whirlybird, I think I already said that. A lot of classic stuff. One of my favorite Count Basie albums is this one. I always loved live albums. Count Basie live in Sweden. It's just like some. Here it is, Basie in Sweden. Just one of their live dates recorded at an amusement park in Sweden in 1962. Just another gig for the folks in the band, but I just love the energy of live albums because you feel like you're there. That's probably what it is. You feel like you're actually there. It's like you hear the crowd noise, you hear the sounds of the musicians like talking in between the songs or getting on the stage or whatever. I love live albums, especially for jazz. Okay, let's see here. Oh, let's get to this request. We have about 5-6 minutes left. Samba Cantina. So this is one, Paul Desmond. Obviously, I'm familiar with Paul Desmond, amazing jazz alto sax player. I'm going to just go right ahead and see if there's sheet music for this, just to kind of make my life a little easier. Here's a transcription. Samba Cantina backing track. Do they give us sheet music? Oh, yes, they do. Check it out. Here we go. Play it on alto. I don't think I've ever played this one before. Here we go. So there's a perfect example. When the sheet music, I didn't know what note was coming. Here we go. So this is, at first listening, I haven't listened to the whole thing yet. This reminds me a lot of The Shadow of Your Smile, and I think it's probably something jazz musicians do is they write new melodies over familiar chord changes. It's called a contrafact. And I think this is The Shadow of Your Smile. All right, so I'll play the melody again, and maybe I'll try to put The Shadow of Your Smile over top of it. This is so close to The Shadow of Your Smile, that jazz standard. Now it's a jazz standard, except for the very ending. It's different. The very, very last 8 bars. So we're kind of wrapping things up here, but let me see. What's Zavolian asking for here? Hello, Zavolian. Can you play the pick up to 209 of themes from... Oh, boy. I can try it. I can try to look for it and try to find it. So as I've said before, finding these published pieces like of concert band music is harder. Let's see. Green bushes. Larry. There it is. And now, if I could possibly find the clarinet part. Let's see. Oh, it's by Percy Granger. Themes from Green Bushes. Let me see if it's on the old YouTube. I love The Shadow of Your Smile. It's such a great tune. Bass oboe part. I'm finding these things online. I have no idea if this is going to be... No. Yeah, this is... Okay. English horn. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that request of volume because it's can't find the clarinet part. Okay. You're welcome, George. George, so if you love that song by Paul Desmond, check out The Shadow of Your Smile jazz standard. It's almost identical chord progression. It's a great song. So everybody, here we are at the end of the show. So it's been, like I said, it's been a few weeks. But I do plan to be back next week. Let me get my little music going here. That'll be good. A little jazz there. So, the next screen that you all see... Oh, Liana. Hi, Liana. First of all, welcome to the show. I don't know if I've seen you on here before, but welcome to the show. I'm just about finishing up, so I'll have to try to get to your... I will definitely get to your request if you come back next week. I would love to help you out with that song. But it is 4 o'clock and time to go. 4 o'clock where I am. So our show goes from 3 to 4 Eastern Time. The next screen you will see is this screen where you can see... Bloop, you can see where you can follow me on social media and YouTube and Instagram. And there's my email. So when I finish up the show, you'll see that screen. You can reach out, follow me, contact me, ask me a question. So thanks, everyone, for your great comments and questions. Thanks for another great show. And like I said, we were off for almost a month, but I'll be back next week. I should be good for another show. And back to our Sunday schedule. So thanks, everyone, once again for being here. Hope to see you again next week. And until then, have fun and don't forget to practice. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.